The peanut butter and jam toasty, and I like burnt the side of my face. I've still got a scar.
Oh,
I thought it was a well good idea.
Yeah.
Does Tom Hanks play Elvis?
No, he plays Elvis' manager.
Oh, I was going to say.
That'd be amazing. Yeah.
What's going on here, Sherlock?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Were you looking around your room in case you got some records of bands you don't like?
That's kind of thing. Well, there's like...
But just like lead vocals is just Gigi Allen shouting gibberish and shitting on stage with all that going on. Or we could have the guy from Dillinger Escape Plan who took a shit on stage at Reading. Whoever it is needs to be willing to shit on stage. You reckon Casey Chaos would have a shit on stage? What about the lead singer of Nightwish? Do you reckon she'd take a big steam? What about Beyonce? What about the Gangnam Style guy? He could sing.
I'm sorry. 25.
Hello, and welcome to episode 25 of the Uncensored Podcast. I'm Riley. This is my co-host Tom, and today we're joined by guests once again.
Yeah, we are. We are joined by Joey and Cody from south of Salem. How are you boys doing?
Yeah, all good.
Living the dream.
As usual. So, hope you've all had quite a good week. We're just going to get into some nice questions and just have a nice little chat and have just a good old time.
Sounds good.
I love a good old time.
Exactly. Everyone loves a good old time. So I thought I'd start. How did south of Salem come to where they are today?
So we're kind of an amalgamation of a load of kind of past projects. We work together in various different formats and different lineups and stuff. And then we all took a little bit of a break from music and kind of did our own thing for a bit. And then kind of just all missed each other and decided, yeah, we should make some more music together. And we'd all grown up and musically and kind of attitude wise. And when we put it together, it just all worked. It all just slotted into place and everything was kind of cool. And and then South of Salem was born in the studio, basically just recording the album without anybody knowing.
Sounds cool. Bit of a mystery there with just no one knowing.
We didn't know. Not just no one. We didn't even know what we were going to sound like at the end of it. Like true. When we went in, there were just some rough demos and we came out south of Salem.
There we go.
Fair enough. It's the best way to start a band. But so we know you come together, but how did you form the name of the band?
The name South of Salem is just, it's nonsense. It's like, it's not, it doesn't, we're interested in like stuff that sounds cool. We're interested in the occult. South of Salem sounds cool and occulty. So that's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, there's no
definitely does sound like a cult.
It's like the songs. You take your own meaning from the name. It's cool.
Yeah,
exactly. So going through these questions rather quickly. So just a little bit of a turn off, like the whole band. What is your go-to music at this current time?
Ooh. My go-to music hasn't really changed since like the early 2000s.
Same old stuff.
Yeah, I just kind of always get back to the same old bands. But yeah, it's normally kind of like Korn, Alice Cooper, Wasp. I like a bit of Reckless Love.
We know that.
Probably
we know that you love a bit of Reckless Love.
Yeah, but I don't really change it up that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah, for me, like right now, I listen to like the classics. Obviously, I listen to a bit of AC/DC, a bit of Motley Crue. But like when I'm at the gym or anything like that, I'm strictly on a deathcore diet. I love a bit of that. But Brand of Sacrifice is one of my favorites at the moment, and then old school 90s hip hop. Joey's subjected to that in the van by everyone.
In the van at all times.
Yeah. And like some more modern hip hop, like Danger Mouse, Run Jules, stuff like that.
Cool. That's pretty cool.
I think that's why
very.
the band kind of like has this weird kind of unique sound, because we do have like a mix of different influences, and like we just kind of find that middle ground where stuff starts crossing over, like the Motley Crues and then like Wasp and stuff, and then we've got this kind of new metal kind of bit going on, and then in our tastes of music, and then there's these kind of more modern influences that kind of influences our production side of things. So yeah, it's cool, and I think the new album's gonna kind of step in that direction as well. Like kind of just gonna explore some more of those influences, I think.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good. But so we know what you tend to listen to on a day to day, but do you ever listen to your own music?
Yeah. Well, I'm writing music that I want to hear, so I'm going to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, like I'll listen to it to try and remember stuff. Remember,
Yeah.
how did I sing that again? What's that go? What's that lyric? But yeah, I mean, sometimes it just kind of comes on for fun. Like just part of playlists and stuff, and you're just like, oh, that's cool. Kind of forgot how cool that sounded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I go through like a cycle of listening to it like a fan. Like when it first comes out, before it comes out, I listen to it like crazy, and then like complain about the mix, and and then after that, I listen to it like crazy, just like as a fan, and like it just like listens to little bits I forgot I did in the studio or something, like just and then like right now I'm in the stage of listening to the demos of the new album like crazy, and it's just the cycle continues.
I think you kind of forget what you do in the studio as well, which is kind of cool. Like you kind of trying out so many different things, and normally like with with money, there's always like a bit of a time kind of pressure on you kind of thing. So you kind of come out and you're like, it's a bit of a whirlwind of like kind of creativity and emotions, and then you kind of sit back and listen. Like Cody said, you're like, oh, I forgot I did that. Like, oh, I remember doing this, and oh yeah, but I forgot that we did that. How did I get to that bit? And it's like, yeah, it's kind of it's a cool thing to kind of sit back and reflect on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Actually, I think your answer is really interesting to me, because the answers you've just given is the answer I expected to get every single time, like from when I first started asking that question back like the first guest episode. But weirdly, most people are just like, no, not really. You get a bit sick of my own voice. Like if I'm the one who wrote it, I don't really want to listen to it, which I always thought was real bizarre. I always assumed, like as you say, if like you're writing the music that you want to write, surely it'd be the most accustomed to your own tastes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of film stars that are like that. They won't watch their own movies and stuff like that. And I think, like, I find that odd. Like, if I'd made a film, I kind of want to see the final product kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, each to their own. But yeah, like Cody said, we just kind of write what we want to hear. So why wouldn't we listen to it, kind of thing?
Yeah, cool. So, what are the main inspirations towards South of Salem, would you say? Like what bands kind of impacted South of Salem?
Probably like Skid Row, like Motorhead, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard. I mean, we were throwing like all these names around in the studio, but
yeah, man,
know,
like anything like that, like anything that sounds a bit like something, and we were like unsure where we're gonna go. It's like, well, let's see what Bon Jovi did, and it's a real thing that happened in the studio. And it's like, what symbol did he use on this? And it's like, yeah, and I think our like studio experience is kind of weird, because we thought our influences were like more modern. I think when we went in there, and Scott Atkins, the producer, just kind of stripped it back. It's like, you guys are just a rock and roll band, you know that, right? And it was like, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Could have turned out worse. You could have turned out like the Spice Girls.
Cody would probably look pretty good in a Union Jack dress. Like.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
Natural ginger as well. So
in the Spice.
Who would be the Spice Girl? Joey. Who would be the Spice Girl?
I'd be moaning
Spice Girl.
Is there a moaning one? Is there one that moans about stuff all the time?
I just know what they look like.
Hey, actually, everyone says I've got a posh voice. I can be Posh Spice. I'm not going to marry Beckham, man.
The Scary Spice.
What's Dennis? What was left? Baby Spice.
Oh no, James. No, James is baby. Yeah, so that means Dennis is Sporty Spice? Question mark. I'm Jerry.
He's been to the gym a couple of times on tour.
Yeah. Oh, once, yeah.
I mean,
there you go.
south of Salem as the Spice Girls.
That's the
Yeah.
new video, the first video on the new album.
Yeah.
South of Spice Girls.
Yeah. I'm
That's
really
a
looking
Salem.
forward to the single ladies cover.
Oh,
Uh,
was that the one Spice? That was Beyonce, wasn't it?
That's
yeah.
yeah. I
I'm
haven't.
realizing this.
Mate, I haven't got the thighs to do that video.
Or was that like twerking and stuff? I can't do that.
Yeah, it's like she's got, Beyonce.
I reckon Riley could do
She's
it.
got those big old thighs, bro.
Riley's looking down as if to say no. Just no.
I've dug myself a hole here with my my very uncultured
With your lack
2010
of
knowledge.
90s.
Yeah.
He's not a 90s child. Let's get this straight. He's not from the 90s.
Yeah, neither are we though, but we're the other way.
There was a good 30-second back and forth in my head of trying to remember who it was, and I picked the wrong one, but I had a 50-50 chance.
You tried.
You
tried. That's the main thing.
Yeah, of course. I just won't leave it in. It's the good thing about calling the shots. You're never wrong.
It's randomly. I'm just going to go Beyonce, and then we're like, "What the fuck did he say, Beyonce?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's
We'll
gonna be
keep
dubbed
saying it
over
for the rest of the show. We're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going back.
I'll dub it. I'll try to dub it over. There'll just be static between.
Okay.
But so when you're not listening to Beyonce, and presumingly
Not
you
very
haven't,
often.
presumingly you haven't seen Beyonce live. But if you did see Beyonce live in a venue, what venue would you like to play the most? Fucking hell, that was so smooth.
What?
Do I
want to play with Beyonce or just play in the back?
Which venue do you want to see Beyonce in most? I think is that the question.
That's the question now.
What?
Yeah.
What venue would you like to see Beyonce in?
Anvil in Bournemouth.
Yeah, Anvil and Bournemouth. Just
Like
like-
proper spit and sawdust 100 cap club. That's where I want to
Yeah.
see Beyonce.
a little basement bar. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to.
I think what Riley was trying to say is, what would be your dream venue?
For me, Brixton Academy. It's always my favorite. I mean, it's closed down right now, but yeah, it was always my favorite to go and watch bands in.
Yeah, probably
When it
like one of
opens,
the
it'll be
bigger.
better than ever.
What's that?
When it opens up, it'll be bigger than ever.
Hopefully.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Where did I see Corn? I have no idea. That was cool. I think it might have been Wembley, like the arena thing. That was cool.
I want the little arena next to the stadium.
Yeah. I think that's cool. That's a cool venue. It just looks amazing.
It is
Sounds
a
great.
cool venue. I saw the Darkness there in February, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
It was good to see good old Justin Hawkins throw his shoes out to the crowd.
Throw his shoe.
Yeah,
I mean,
he broke one of his shoes like mid song, and then took it off, threw it into the crowd, and the crowd started chanting for the other one.
Oh, what?
Maybe he did that with the guitar.
We saw the Darkness at Teddy Rocks, which we're playing this weekend actually. Years ago, and like the drum kit started falling apart. Then he broke the snare drum. It was like watching Spinal Tap. It was so good.
Jesus, that sounds horrific.
Yeah,
They're really good though. They put on a good show.
So it's kind of, this question is kind of segueing off of Riley's question. So if
Not the
you
Beyonce
could,
one, just for clarification.
no, not the Beyonce one. It's the Dream one. So it's still Dream. But if you could like do a collaboration with either any band or artist with either yourself or the whole band, who would it be?
Destiny's Child.
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Beyonce.
It is.
That's why I got.
I don't know. For me, probably I like a band called the Birthday Massacre from Canada, and I think like mixing like South of Salem with like that kind of electronic sound would be pretty cool. And it's got a female singer, and she's really cool. So yeah, I think that kind of like mixing those two together would be pretty awesome.
Oh, they made one of
That
these.
sounds cool.
Yeah, for me, like I think if I was to collaborate with somebody, I think Trent Reznor has to be top of the list. I think he's a bit of a genius. I'd love to do that and just watch how he works more than actually do the collaboration.
just watch him and just watch him
Yeah,
work. So
yeah.
fuck the collaboration. Just gonna watch
Write
him.
me a song, Trent. Let's see it.
Write me a song and I'll perform it.
Yeah.
Kind of that way. Riley, all throughout that, was just staring at his phone, and all I heard from him was, "Oh, they sang Wannabe."
I was trying to do some mid-podcast education.
His Spice Girls education.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
I thought I should
Googling
catch up with
Spice
homework. Found out Destiny's Child is better. Just got the better discography from songs I heard in the shopping centre in 2013. But so
at least they're getting the royalties from that.
yeah, exactly. Hear them in JD Sports. But so this is a better question to refocus myself. So if you could pick a moment in a film for one of your songs to go, where in the film would it be, and what song would you choose?
Oh, like some Quentin Tarantino, like kind of getting ready to do some kind of job would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like a fight scene, like Kill Bill, like the schoolgirl with like the big fucking mace thing. That would be like pretty awesome.
That'd be sick.
That would be cool.
I like my favorite song placement in a film, which I used to be obsessed with, which is why I got into this band, is in Triple X where he has like the school dinner tray and he like grinds it down like a banister outside in the snow, I think. And it's so ridiculous. And for some reason, Hatebreed starts playing. I'd like to have Let Us Pray there. That's where I want it.
Just
replace Hatebreed with Let Us Pray.
Yeah.
Just replace Hatebreed.
Stuff? Like, it's just insane. Like dinner tray.
Yeah,
they're gonna watch this episode back and just be like, "Oh, we messed up there. We got to replace it now. We got to do a remastered version." But instead, no Hatebreed, only Self of Salem.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Yeah,
it could work.
So, trying to find a decent question. We kind of like zooming through all these questions.
Just under a year has been doing this, by the way.
Hey, that's not very nice. So, just completely off topic. What are some of your favourite up and coming bands? Like bands that you've played with, like alongside with, almost maybe. Just to see who you think is.
Sorry, mate, my cat's kicking right off.
Kicking right.
It is.
Oh, no, don't worry.
I don't know why. He's just in like a little. I don't know what that is. A little storage box. He's just sat in there. No idea why.
Don't worry.
Fine. He's just like sat in the box. No idea.
We just.
What he's doing.
I don't know. All I could see was the palm of your hand.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. There you go.
Cat in a box. No idea why.
Cat in a box. Cat in a box. But who are some of your favourite up and coming bands that you think could possibly one day make it?
She Burns Red are pretty rad. I think like we played with them a few times, and every time I watch them, they're getting just tighter. Every time they release a new song, it's like better than the last one. And they got their album coming up, so I mean,
that's cool.
I think they could break. I think they've got like the right kind of. They're not exactly like everybody else. They have their own thing going on.
Yeah,
I think
sounds like they're just being original, basically.
Yeah.
I think Kraken as well. Like we played with them.
King Kraken are cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
got their album and they're doing really well.
I've seen a lot of them. I've seen a lot of just them. Like whenever I'm looking at like say festival lineups or like just people just doing gigs, they come up all the time.
Yeah,
as well.
They're doing well. I can see them going far as well. Like, they just got this kind of cool, kind of raw kind of sound, and it's just I think they're proving to be very popular. You got a cat's ass in your face.
I am. If he farts now, it'd be the best thing ever as well.
Go on. You've been framed, moment.
Don't manifest that.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah. And who else? Black Lakes are pretty sick. We played with them.
We had them on last week. Funny
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
They're really cool, really good.
They are
Like, really good
very,
sounding
very.
album as well.
Yeah, I listened to them before we had them on as well. Like, I listened to them quite a bit, and they've actually got really, really good sound.
Yeah. No, they've got something going on. They're getting bigger and bigger all the time as well.
Yeah.
I think they'll be up there pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to see what we mean, you could press the link in the description to go to the episode with Black Lakes right now after this video.
Well, not right now.
Shameless
Oh,
plug.
yeah, at the end
Yeah.
of this video, you can.
At the end of this infomercial about 90s girl bands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So go on, Riley.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
no.
no,
He's gone.
Let's go.
He's-
Hold on, bear with me.
There we go. We're back on.
There we go. I don't know what's going on with it. Riley, are we good?
Yep, I believe so. I don't know if you said a question between then, but the recording didn't recording while I was not there. So
No,
It's all good.
you're still kind of not there. Your camera's a bit. Oof.
as long as I'm here in spirit.
Yeah, Riley's here in spirit.
Yeah, but
So
I'm just quite curious as to what was the first question, not the question. What
You're
was
just
the
like a glowing green square now. It's really strange.
that's what I aspire to be.
Yeah.
But what was
What's
the
Spice
first?
Girls?
Glowing green square.
Oh God, I couldn't tell you any of the Spice Girls names.
Go on, Riley.
Yeah, no, but what was the first song that you wrote as a band, like together? And did it ever end up getting released?
As the first South of Salem song was No Plague Like Home, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think as well. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's gotta be because we actually played it with the old band, right? Once.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So
yeah, No Plague Like Home was the first one, and yes, it did get
Yeah.
released.
number 3 on the album.
That's pretty cool. It's a good song as well, to be honest. I really like the song. I mean, all my family base loves South of Salem as well, and I think what it is, my mum, till when we went to go see Wednesday 13, where you supported them.
Yeah,
she thought it was No Place Like Home.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice
Mate.
tune for the city.
So she was sitting there thinking, "Oh, it's like Wizard of Oz."
Yeah, I like my wordplay and stuff. Like I like kind of chucking some wordplay in there.
It's pretty cool. So I'm just going to try and find one question.
Sure.
That's a good one. So, do you have a favourite performance that you have done? Really, I don't know why I said really.
I mean, I think the most challenging one that ended up coming out really good and led us on to new things and stuff was the playing Bloodstock New Blood stage, because that was we got offered that as our third gig and quickly booked one, so it was our fourth gig, and one of those was seated, I think, as well. So like we were just really underprepared, a very new band.
One was seated, one was opening a gig, the first ever gig.
Yeah.
The one seated and one fan club gig, and that was it.
And then we were playing Bloodstock. So although like there was tech difficulties and like we were like really nervous and stuff and very prepared and probably a bit unprofessional at that time, it was just like this really cool thing to do, and then led on to so many different things. We just kind of owned the stage and had fun with it. And there's been a lot of people that have like kind of discovered us since and then gone, I actually saw you at Bloodstock, and like you were this band that I really wanted to see, and I had to go and find the tent to see your band, and it was really memorable. And so that was really cool because like we worried that we were going to completely screw that up, and back then we weren't that as kind of tight or as professional as we are now. So it was kind of cool that people still saw that and enjoyed it.
My
It's
favorite.
pretty cool.
What was your favorite?
My favorite like right now, because it's like songs. Like the more I reminisce on something, I like prefer something else. I reckon right now my favorite gig was the Rescue Rooms on the Wednesday 13 tour. Like
Oh yeah.
it was just I was so poorly, and I was like so sick, and I was just sitting backstage, and like I psyched myself up enough to like actually sit and practice guitar for a minute, and then I just downed a monster, downed a beer, ran on stage. I just had all the energy in the like I was like literally shivering in the back of the van earlier in the day, and somehow just like pushed through it. I had a great time. I thought it was a great gig. The crowd were rocking. It's the first time we'd ever played Nottingham as well, so there'd
It
be a ton
sounds
of
it.
people waiting to see her. So yeah, it was sick. It was just a really good room, really good vibe. I had a great time.
It sounded like you had a proper good time.
Yeah, this
I don't know if Riley is still here or not, but
No, yeah, I'm over it. But fuck, I can't read my questions from here. But fucking.
he's like sat in the corner of his bedroom waiting for his webcam to just appear.
I'm
working.
trying to unplug wires and plug them back in without killing everything. But what's your favourite Spice Girls song?
Oh my god.
Oh dear, here we go.
Probably Two Become One, because like back when you were kids, you're like Two Become One. Oh, that's nice, and then you realize that it's all about shagging, and you're just like, what?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As an adult, you're just like, what the hell?
Fuck yeah!
Listen to that as children.
No, never mind. Doesn't work.
Spice Girls.
Yes, it does.
There you
It is
go.
working.
Back. It's
Way.
back. My favorite Spice
Like-
Girls song is I don't know. Wannabe. You can't be that, can you? That's like the one. That's the one
Can't beat
everybody
that.
knows.
That's the one that all the girls sing in
Classic.
karaoke really loud. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think for me, it would have to be If You Want to Be My Lover mixed with Slipknot. Just even better.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
It is
Oh,
so
God,
much
sounds-
better than
That sounds
original.
insane.
It is better than original Spice Girls. It just Slipknot and Spice Girls mixed together.
I feel like
Perfect.
I would check
when
that.
like just like crazy people on the internet start like mixing your songs with like the Bee Gees and stuff, that's the sign that you've made it. Like once
Yeah.
that starts happening to us, I'll be like, yeah, we've done it.
Yeah, yeah.
South of
Slipknot
Salem
would be a good,
mixed with-
crossover.
South of Salem mixed with the Bee Gees.
That
Yeah.
is a challenge for someone. If anybody's up for it, I'm
Yeah.
up for listening.
Someone's gonna
I'm
do
fucking
it one
on it.
day.
So,
I honestly
oh,
still can't believe
Salem.
that it was probably this. Yeah, it was this month we would have seen you live for the first ever time.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
me
the
and
treatment
Riley.
tour.
Yeah, one of my probably one of my favorite 2 days of a tour that I've ever done.
Oh, man.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, it was fun.
Which
But,
dates was that on the treatment tour?
I did the first day, which was London,
Yeah.
and I did Newcastle as well. I think it was like the week after.
Today is the anniversary
Yeah.
of the Newcastle gig. I got like a little ping thing. On
So
my
did I.
Memories. Yeah.
So did I. Because
That
I've
was a good
still, I've
gig, that.
still got. It was a good gig.
Yeah.
I've still got the photos on my lock screen. Yeah.
Legend.
Little- if you can, oh shit! If you can see it, right in the middle.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cody's in the middle. Joey's at the back.
Always.
'Cause-
Always. Hiding.
I
That's
was
the
thinking,
gig. Is Brad in that photo instead of Pip? That was
Yeah.
the gig. That was the gig where we were just getting Brad to do all the photos instead of Pip because he wandered off somewhere.
we've got 2.5
Brilliant.
minutes left. Come on, Riley. Have you got any decent questions, or are we just gonna? Oh, he's gone
that
again.
implies any of them are.
dear.
Oh, piss!
Oh, piss! Like,
He looks worried.
what an
I
explanation.
am.
I love it. Oh, piss.
The
I'm like
thing
a
is,
fucking Dalmatian.
this never happens to him. It's all, the first couple of episodes that we did. It was always me that this always happened to, but instead it would just be me leaving the call, joining back, and it would just be like a good half an hour of it just of me doing that.
Yeah.
Well, since I'm gone, and with
Yeah.
no more questions for part one, we will see you
We're
in
saving
part
all the-
two. And we're back at part two.
Yes,
Now-
we are.
We're all feeling just as great and refreshed we were in part one. But now, South of Salem, I will tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I
Tell me
want
what
an
you want, what you
answer.
really, really want.
I will tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I want an answer to this question. Okay.
Go on then.
So I would like for you to think of a mascot for your band, but it cannot be an animal of any sort. It's got to be like a fridge magnet or not a koala, like a blindfold.
A fridge magnet and a blindfold. What?
They were just my examples. It's got
You would
need
like us to
inanimate
have
object.
an animate object as the mascot of the band.
Yes.
Right.
Poor choice of wording.
I'm trying my best here, man.
A broomstick.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It would work.
I can see. Yeah. You could have like a broomstick mic
Sorry,
stand and
grabbing
everything.
stuff.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah, you
amazing.
could. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool, actually. Yeah, that
You
would
know
actually
that-
look cool.
Do you know that Jeffrey Dahmer was killed with a broomstick being shoved up his ass?
Mm.
Oh, I thought he was just like twatted in prison. I didn't realise he.
Yeah,
got
you
fucked
got
up.
the PG Netflix version, mate.
Yeah, it was totally. There was total.
Little do we know, he was hung
Penetration.
he was hung like a scarecrow.
Yeah. Oh Christ, that's fucking abhorrent.
This is how bad this is going to turn. Anyway, moving along.
Don't you wish we were talking
Jeffrey
about?
I
Dahmer.
sent,
Film,
do you
man?
know, during the little break that we just had, I sent Joey a message saying I'll try and be serious so they can have a nice podcast. It's not going to happen. is it?
It doesn't matter because it normally just gets just absolutely fucked. It doesn't matter.
Good.
It ends up being just chaos. But I thought I would get a bit serious, and I would ask you,
I didn't.
how's the new album coming so far?
Yeah,
it's
really good.
cool.
Really good. We're all like booked in the studio. It was a bit of a nightmare, to be fair, getting the studio time, but like we've locked it all in. We've got a producer who's like mad keen to do the band and stuff, and he's a killer producer. So we're in what month? July?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in July. And we'll be writing until the day we go in, I imagine. Well, we've already got a lot done, but we're just going to keep refining everything. Same thing we did with the last album, and just like go in and rock the
Nice.
place.
Pretty cool. I was going to say, because I think it was up till probably the Wednesday 13 tour, you were playing one of your newest songs like in basically every set, weren't you?
Yeah, Take It to Your Grave.
That, in my opinion, is one of the most fucking amazing songs ever that I've ever heard.
Well,
It is.
I mean, what we're planning on with the production stuff and the producer, it's going to sound cool.
And I don't even know if that's my
Pretty
favorite
cool.
one out of the new songs yet as well. Like, there's so many good songs, like,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like, we're doing the same as we did on the last album. When we recorded the last album and we were trying to decide, which one should we release and stuff, like everybody had a different favorite. And then that changed every week. Someone had a different favorite. And I'm already doing that with like the demos. And I think the
Happening
demos,
again, isn't it?
yeah, it's definitely happening again. And I think the demos that we've got now sound pretty close, apart from like the final mix, that like from a writing aspect, they sound pretty close to what was on The Sinner Takes It All. And if you heard the demos of those songs, they were so bad and like so far removed from what it became.
Yeah.
So to now hear the demos sounding pretty much like The Sinner Takes It All, it's exciting to know where they're going to go with this producer, and how they're going to grow and what they're going to become. It's going to be cool.
Does sound pretty cool. I know I keep saying that to every single answer, but it does sound pretty cool. I'm pretty much like a broken record.
Yeah, Tom's actually a pre-recorded video. I just pressed buttons when I need him to say something.
Yeah. Oh, press the cool button. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
That is pretty cool.
My camera didn't actually break, just needed to enter some new phrases.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, but I'm quite curious in my rapid scramble to write a new question in the past 30 seconds. Are there any bands that you never had the chance to see that you wish you could have seen when they were still picking it?
I mean, there's like bands obviously that no longer exist, and I was too young to have seen them.
Yeah.
But in terms of like modern-ish bands that no longer going, I guess I actually never saw Linkin Park. I think I would have enjoyed that probably. And I always just thought I'll see him sometime. Do you know what I mean? And no, it's never going to happen. So yeah, I do regret that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw Soundgarden. I think they were playing like a revamped kind of lineup at one of the downloads maybe, but I don't think I went. So yeah, I didn't see Soundgarden. I saw Audio Slave, but I would like to have seen Soundgarden. That would have been cool. Nirvana, like
yeah, I mean that's the one, isn't it?
Like the go-to answer, I think, that one. But yeah, going further back, like I don't know, like Elvis would have been pretty cool to see, like, you know, especially like how it was back in those days, like how people were reacting to him. I think that would have been a cool kind of thing to have seen.
Yeah, if we're talking time travel, I'd like to see within the first 4 years of their formation, the Misfits. I would have loved.
Oh yeah,
so it'd be insane.
Yeah,
at CBGB's. That's yeah.
Mentioning Elvis, did you watch the Elvis biopic that came out last year?
Yeah, it was long, bloody long, and Tom Hanks's voice drove me mad all the way through it. It was like
it's essentially watching
from
Woody
Toy Story trying to do a weird accent. It was very odd, but apart from that, yeah, I thought it was cool. It was good.
Yeah,
does Tom Hanks play Elvis?
No, he plays Elvis's manager. Tom Hanks
I was gonna say.
That'd be amazing.
Woody the cowboy dressed up as Elvis.
Yeah.
So
there's a snake in my boots.
Yeah.
I would know. I haven't actually watched it.
No, me either.
Oh, yeah. You haven't seen it? Oh, okay.
No, I just thought it was a good conversation point. I was hoping you had. If you said no, I would have been really fucked.
No, Baz Luhrmann, the director, is amazing, and it looks great. But the sound design is the best thing about it.
Anyway, so go on, Tom. I gave you a lovely segue here.
Yeah, I knew exactly what it was. So, speaking of biopics, if say South of Salem, the biopic came out, what actor would you like to play you?
It would definitely be very short, wouldn't it? It would be a short biopic. We've recorded one album and done a few gigs with Wasp.
Yeah, but this is like 20 years after you've like sold out Glastonbury, I say.
Okay, so who would you want to play? That's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. Probably Edward Norton. Just like being really stressed out, being me would be pretty funny.
Oh, Edward Norton would be so good. I'd want Edward Norton to play me.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's a great actor. But yeah, he can play that crazy, moany person that I am.
And he was in some of the best films of all time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Death to Smoochie. That's my favourite. It's an unknown one, man. Edward Norton plays like Barney the dinosaur style TV character and goes up against Robin Williams, who's another TV character, and they have like a mafia war. And they're children's TV presenters. It's the craziest movie you've ever watched.
It does sound absolutely bomb.
Fight Club's a lot different than I remembered it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that sounds crazy.
I don't know who would play me, by the way. I'd play myself. I probably need the money by then.
The surprise cameo by Cody.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon would play all the other boys then? Who do you reckon would suit the roles?
Jared Leto.
We're not having a third Jared Leto reference, Riley. It's
John Lennon's son would play D because he looks like D.
He does.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to. I didn't want to be rude with this, but I think when I first saw D, I looked at Riley and went, "Is that Nicky Six?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely influenced by Nicky Six.
Nicky Six too old to play him though. by then.
Yeah.
Right.
Who played Nikki Sixx in the Motley Crue
Machine
biopic?
Gun Kelly.
No, that was Tommy Lee.
Oh, was it?
Hmm.
Riley would know. Riley is a very avid The Dirt watcher.
I did quite like that film. Who does
I'll be
play
honest,
him?
Dirt Watcher is just such a weird nickname.
That is, yeah.
Riley
Honestly,
the
I hope
Dirt
that
Watcher.
doesn't stick. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest.
Especially if you
yeah.
become a superhero. That'd be
Douglas
good.
Booth plays Nikki Sixx.
That guy.
Yeah,
That guy can be there.
That would be cool.
Ah, he's been nothing
I
else.
don't know who would
recognise.
play James. No idea.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? Like trying to think of people who they look like and stuff, but I don't know. No one looks like
I'm
James.
trying to think of the name of the comedian that looks like James. Like a few people have said it before, but I can't think of what his name is.
Not James
I
Acaster.
No. Dennis, I have no idea. I don't know.
That's a
I
tough
give up.
question. That is a tough question.
Sporty Spice and Scary Spice would play James.
Yes. two of the 5 Spice Girls
Yeah.
make a cameo in the South of Salem biopic.
Yeah, we'd have that. You're right.
Yeah, for the uncensored biopic, we will have 2 Spice Girls filling in for you two if you can't make it. So
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
on the big highlight
But
reel.
basically, it's just the Spice Girls playing South of Salem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually.
That's I'd go and see that. I would see that.
And Meatloaf drives them around in a bus, like in the Spice Girls movie.
It's gonna be tough to get him on board, I think, mate.
Yeah, as is. It's fine.
It's like Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons play Motorhead. Spice Girls play South of Salem.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh man.
Come on, Riley. Do your bit. We all know you love your bit. It's going to get a whole lot awkward now
Yeah.
as Riley gears up for the latest bit.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I think we have actually stemmed to some freakish lows. This shouldn't be too out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I mean, we just did talk about a bunch of 70-year-old women being driven around by a skeleton. So
What?
Yeah.
what's going on here, Sherlock?
That's actually.
Oh God.
I can't reveal my name yet, actually. But
You can.
so we've had some fun. We talked about the Spice Girls.
A lot.
We
Uncomfortable amount.
we mentioned your music once or twice between Spice Girl sessions. But fun and games are over now because there is something really important for us to get to.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
There's just one question. It's one question, but this question will really make you rethink your life. This has torn families apart. You won't be the same. But really, I just want to know, what is the best sandwich?
Oh, a sandwich.
And we've always thought this question was like the best question out of all of the questions we ask.
I'm thinking about it more than the other ones, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I just give it more build up.
Yeah.
It's like it's got all that suspense to it, and just all
It's
for
gotta
what's
be
your favourite
toasted.
sandwich.
Like
Yeah,
toasted,
mine
so
would
it's
be
a little
toasted,
bit
no matter what.
warm. Whatever you got in there is like melting, and you know.
All right, I've got mine.
Warm.
I've got one. So
Yeah?
my favorite sandwich is 2 slices of toasted bread with peanut butter and mashed up banana in it. I love that shit.
sounds
Man.
great.
So good.
Oh, I don't know. Mine's probably like a cheese toasty or something. It's like cheese and ham toasty.
There
It's
is
just-
nothing wrong with a cheese and ham toasty.
It's a
Yeah, I
classic.
think that's
It's a
good.
classic for a reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty old, so yeah.
This morning
I once made a cheese and jam. No, I didn't do that. I once made a peanut butter and jam toasty, and I like burnt the side of my face. I've still got a scar.
Oh,
I thought it was a well good idea.
Some peanut butter and
good
jam
idea
over it.
until you burn your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, this morning I actually made a grilled onion and cheese sandwich. That shit's fucking good.
That's good.
Yeah, cheese and onion, like any crisp flavor probably is going to work.
Hmm.
A salt and vinegar sandwich, maybe not. I don't know.
I
Probably
will
not.
get back to you on that one.
To be
It'll
fair,
just be
we can't
soggy.
talk about crisps. We've been on tour for like the last 2 months. All I've eaten is crisps.
We have lived on crisps.
Yeah. The only thing the only thing that like really keeps you going on a long tour is just wondering what flavor of crisps is going to be on the rider.
Yeah,
To be honest.
prawn
What is
cocktail,
not there?
always amazing. If you get prawn cocktail, it's like a bonus. Like, it's like,
One day
wow,
we got
something slightly
Doritos.
different.
One day we got Doritos. That was my favorite
We
day of the
did,
tour.
we did.
Yeah.
I was never a prawn cocktail person, to be honest.
Doritos.
But
What flavour Doritos are?
I can't remember. They were probably the red hot ones, weren't they?
It was a mixed one. It had the red hot, the blue ones, and the orange one.
cool blues.
fair enough. Well, that concludes your visit with the Sandwich Sleuth. This is my only personality trait on this podcast, so thank you for laughing.
Hey man, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, really, without this, I am nothing. But you passed.
Joy. I'm glad.
I mean, that name. How long did it take us?
Oh
From
mate, I had to use
episode-
AI. I had to use AI to think of the Sandwich Sleuth.
Episode 3, we started this. We started
About
this little
8
segment.
months to think of that.
Wow.
Okay.
Good. It's good. It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
It
Yeah.
was
Great
all worth
work.
the work.
Great work.
I'm building the
requires
character week by
dedication.
week. I'll be in black and white this week.
You ever thought about having like 2 slices of bread and you put them on your face?
No,
Well,
Idiot
think about it.
sandwich.
Well, I'll leave you with that idea.
I will consider that.
Royalty free.
Right, Tom, I'm going to need to business expense some bread earphones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The mighty white.
Great, cool. All right,
I
Tom,
mean,
the floor is yours.
the floor is mine. Right, I'm just going to make everyone sad now. What bands do you not like?
Mm.
If there was a band,
There's
if there
loads
was
of
a band
bands.
that you just dislike,
Joey knows what I'm going to say.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
What?
you know.
Do I?
Yeah, I really don't like Disturbed. I don't. I just can't stand them. I just can't stand Disturbed.
I'm agreeing, honestly. I've always defended all my life. Everyone goes, oh, Disturbed, their cover of Sound of Silence is so much better than the original. No, the fuck it isn't. You're wrong.
No, I don't like Disturbed. I don't like Genesis. That's about it.
Be a real
That's about
curveball if you
it.
say the Spice Girls.
No, I do like the Spice. I
everyone loves the
dedicate
Spice
my
Girls.
life to the Spice Girls if I didn't like them. So.
He's got a shrine somewhere.
Yeah, so I'm going with Disturbed and Genesis, and Disturbed's cover of Genesis is catastrophe. I hate it.
I mean, regardless, it will just come crashing down.
Oh,
Great.
what about you,
I don't
Joey?
know.
Who do you hate?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Joey doesn't talk shit about bands really, so I'm really interested to know who it
And
is.
I'm with Joey.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right to slate another band. Unless
I just added
No, I
this
don't
for a
mind
bit.
that. I just can't. I'm just too blonde to think of stuff. I don't know. I really don't know.
Were you looking around your room in case you got some records of bands you don't like?
Yeah, that's kind of thing. Well, there's loads of bands that loads of people see the appeal of, and then I'm just like a bit like, I don't really care that much.
Architect,
But
I like Architect.
not for me personally.
Yeah. It's fine talk.
We had
Right.
this conversation.
Who don't you like,
the other
Joey?
week, Rhino.
I don't know. I don't know who I don't like. I don't know. Have I moaned about anyone in the van? I'm trying to think. If
Gordon.
No, I was trying to think if there's any bands that I've like gone, I fucking hate that band. I don't know.
There's a band called Gordon. He's like an artist, isn't he? He's just called
is there?
Gordon. Yeah. Let me find his album cover. I want to show it to you on this podcast.
This is we've now got to make it our life's work to find Gordon and have him on the podcast.
Here he is. Look.
Well,
Mate, I'm copying that Instagram. Gordon will be on next week. I'm telling you.
I don't know. It'd probably just be like I don't really like bands with like really heavy English accents. Like so,
Like the Idols.
I don't know that one.
Ah,
Like, you know,
That's
is it like
modern.
what's the ones that D listens to? Like Arctic Monkeys, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like that kind of like, oh, you look good on a dance floor, whee, kind of vocal. It's just not really for me. It's just so yeah, I'd say Arctic Monkeys. There you go. Just to annoy D.
You're going to annoy Riley as well because Riley likes them.
Yeah.
I don't mind the Arctic Monkeys. I like Alex Turner. He's a bit of a twat, but he makes good music occasionally.
Well, I mean, they're a massive band, so somebody must like them. So.
Yeah. They're obviously doing something right, but
Yeah.
it's not for me.
Yeah, I personally quite prefer the more like what you saying. Oh, you don't really like the whole accent. I like the dance floor shit. I quite like that. It feels more like down to earth, in my personal opinion, at least.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I don't mind it either. I quite like it. Bring Me the Horizon, like actually use his accent in the
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Like, and asking Alexandria, like his like comes through like every so often as well. Like, even though they like, I think they've moved over to America now, but like, I don't know. It's just it might just be the fact that I've worked in bars and that song plays a lot and tries to. It's probably more that than the accent, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have one last question, I believe, unless Tom has one.
No.
No, great.
Go ahead.
We do.
The floor is yours.
We have one last question. So while Tom gets his notepad ready, I will explain the ground rules. You don't have to show that you already have the notepad ready, Tom. I just use it as a nice segue.
Oh no! Where is it? I don't know where it is.
So, I'm going to ask you to construct a band. You can do it separately or work as a team. So, they can be dead or alive. They will be alive when you perform, unless you specifically request them to not be.
Dead on stage. Okay,
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
You can have as many or as few people as you'd like, but you need at least the core fundamentals of a bassist, a drummer, a guitarist, and a singer. But you can have as many other people and as many other instruments or there as you want. You can have anyone on any instrument, but they will not magically learn to play that instrument. So if you try to put like Posh Spice on something advanced like the triangle, she won't learn it, but she will be playing it. You can be in the band, but you don't have to be. And I'll let you know when I forget the rule, because I always forget a rule, but you may begin.
You actually got them all that time.
We working together?
Yeah, we should work together. We're in a band.
Right. We're not going to be in a band. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah, we're not going to be in the band. There's better musicians out there.
So let's start at the back. Drums. Joey Jordison?
Yeah, or yeah, no, probably just Joey Jordison.
Joey Jordison. Tommy Lee is another good candidate. Joey Jordison is pretty sick. Joey Jordison is pretty sick drummer.
But then he doesn't have a roller coaster. He doesn't have a roller coaster drum.
Can Joey Jordison be on a roller coaster?
Like on a roller coaster drum.
Is that
okay?
If you want him to play the roller coaster drums, then yeah, he can.
So, yeah.
Right.
That.
So drummer Joey Jordison on a roller coaster.
On Tommy Lee drums. Yeah. Cool.
Right. Next, let's go.
Bass, obvious choice.
Yeah, bass.
Got to be Lemmy, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, got to be Lemmy. So Lemmy on bass.
Yeah.
alive, preferably.
Yeah.
Let's do a coffin on stage.
Yeah. But alive.
Yeah.
He just happens to be in a coffin. Rhythm guitar. Who's good rhythm guitarist? James Hetfield's pretty tight.
Yeah, he's tight. Yeah. Yeah, so Hetfield on rhythm.
Yeah.
Lemmy on bass. Joey Johnson
lead
on drum.
Are we gonna have somebody on keyboards, do you reckon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rainbow?
That's Falcor, isn't it? Falcor is the keyboardist.
Is it?
Yeah, Falcor from Birthday Massacre.
Yeah, so Falcor from Birthday Massacre on keyboards.
I think. Don't quote me on that. They're like literally one of my favorite
I'm gonna
bands.
take a leap. I'm gonna take a leap and just like put somebody in the band now as well. We'll have Sid Wilson on decks.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Anything else weird we can have? Like before we get to the lead guitar and vocals.
Oh, well, a guy from like El Nino that just randomly played the bongos in the background.
Yeah, Matt, he could be in there. And like Bez from the Happy Mondays, he's there as well dancing.
We've had someone from Boney M. Just randomly dancing.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Okay, lead guitar.
Trent Reznor on like synth in the background. We have keyboardist and synth, right? And Dex.
Yeah, cool. Trent's on synth as well. Lead guitar. Who do you think?
Oh,
I'd like to go somebody like not as heavy as the rest, just so it's really funny.
Phil Collins.
Billy Gibbons or something like that.
That'd be my guy. Yeah. Get Billy Gibbons.
Billy Gibbons on lead guitar. There's ZZ Top. And then who are you gonna have on lead vocals?
I know that's tough, man. That with a backing band like that,
Yeah.
like, well, not backing band. I don't want to be that singer that caused it.
What about just like lead vocals is just Gigi Allen shouting gibberish and shitting on stage with all that going on.
So Hetfield desperately trying to make like some real serious music, and Gigi Allen is shitting, shouting abuse at people.
Yeah, maybe not Gigi Allen. Maybe Gigi Allen though. He's on the table. He's not in the band yet.
We could just have him as background shits. He's just on shits. That's what he does.
The guy, or we could have the guy from Dillinger Escape Plan who took a shit on stage at Reading. Whoever it is needs to be willing to shit on stage. Do you reckon Casey Chaos would have a shit on stage? I reckon he would to be in this band.
Oh my god.
What about the lead singer of Nightwish? Do you reckon she'd take a big steam? What about Beyonce?
We're just sitting here laughing now. Oh.
Right. Get away. Let's Scatman John.
Who?
Scatman John.
I
Do
really
we have
don't know
another
the singer.
singer? Yeah.
Can we do a summary? I've forgotten. Was it Joey
Okay,
Jordison?
so
on
George
Tommy Lee
Jordison on a roller
drum kit?
coaster. Lemmy in a coffin,
On
but he's
bass.
alive playing bass.
Make sure you write that part especially, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but it's staying in there. Is he upright? Yeah, he's upright.
laying down.
Be a bit much. Be a bit of a waste to have him laying down in a coffin. Consider we've just
Glass
resurrected
coffin.
Lemmy.
Hetfield on rhythm.
Hetfield on rhythm. Trent Reznor, the Birthday Massacre keyboardist who may or may not be called Falcor.
That's what I've written.
Sid Wilson on decks. Bez from the Happy Mondays is dancing. The guy from El Nino is playing the bongos. And for some unknown reason as well, also playing the bongos is Paul Daniels, the famous British musician. He's playing the bongos. And on vocals, who do you want to have?
Oh, there's so
I'm
many great
serious.
options.
I've written the whole lot of this down.
Yeah, good.
Oh glad. I'm so glad.
I'm expecting you to like have some sort of AI thing that comes up at the end, and I get to see it. Who do you want for vocals?
We've got to get it
You're
done
really
now.
overestimating us.
What about the Gangnam Style guy? He could sing.
Sorry.
Doing dancing and everything, like all the moves and stuff. That'd be amazing.
Oh mate, I remember when he had a shit on stage.
Yeah, did he?
Oh, did he? I can know.
Probably.
Puddle of Mad playing after him as well.
Won't speak a word of English, but he'll try and sing along.
Yeah,
who do you
why
want on
not?
vo-
Why
Who do you want on vocals?
Oh, I have no idea. Jonathan Davis? I don't know.
Yeah, John David.
Yeah.
Bosh.
Nice.
duetting with a Limp Bizkit tribute act called Dave Burst.
Dave Burst.
And is that final? Or are there any revisions you'd like to make?
No, Dave Burst. Don't take Dave Burst out.
You go. The band is called Dave Burst. They only play Limp Bizkit covers, and
with the occasional Spice Girls track.
Yeah, no, strictly Limp Bizkit. Don't be stupid.
Don't be silly.
Only Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, cool.
Crying of laughter. That's
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's a good band. That's a bloody good.
Imagine
band.
how pissed off Lemmy would be to be resurrected just to play in a Limp Bizkit cover.
The guy from El Nino.
Well, the hammer is down, I believe.
Right.
Thank you. That's good.
Cool. Good.
Nice. Well, that's all my questions.
I think we've officially broken Riley this episode.
Good. That's what we came here for.
Well, I'm all out of questions now. So unless you've got any questions for us.
I'm all good. I'm all good.
Is that the best lineup? Yeah, come on. It is, isn't it?
Oh, mate.
It's in the running for best.
Yeah, good.
Oh, good.
Good. I'm pleased to hear it. Has anybody else had anybody shitting on stage? Have we missed a trick there?
No.
No, actually, you're innovators.
Yeah.
Hello, that's an instrument.
Yeah, it is.
Popsicle.
Right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
It is a first.
I'm gonna go and try not to think about that band for the rest of the night.
I'm going to try not to go and make an AI version of that band on Photoshop and send you a song.
I'd love to see that.
It would be incredible.
Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I was Riley. That's Tom. That was been Joey and Cody from south of Salem. Please go listen to their music, which is linked below, and follow their Instagram, which is linked below. Listen to our podcast, which is linked below, and follow our Instagram, which is linked below. Do the
Everything.
other shit that people tell you to do, please, and give us
Everything.
money.
In other
See you
words,
in the next episode.
everything is linked below.